And that's why you've got to have some limits. Otherwise, people do what Kanye West did, which, by the way, he was doing it to 32 million people, Rabbi Shmuley. So 32 million people were seeing a very high-profile rap star boasting about being a Nazi, boasting about loving Hitler, boasting about wanting to, or ordering people, instructing them to make Jews be their slaves and whip them, saying that bitches deserve to get slapped, trying to sell T-shirts with domestic crimes on them. All of this, I thought, was just completely outrageous, and not a matter of free speech, but a matter of somebody literally spewing violent and criminal rhetoric.
Guys, shit's about to get really explosive here. A fiery clash that exposes hypocrisy and double standards. Myron and Zuby take on Rabbi Shmuley, Piers Morgan, and Choke No Joke in a debate that spirals into chaos. The thing is, Piers, who's the so-called champion of free speech, is fighting against censorship while hosting a show called Piers Uncensored, yet equates free speech to pornography. Rabbi Shmuley is going to invoke horrifying claims of beheaded babies, claims even Israeli media couldn't verify, while ignoring Netanyahu's war crimes as he fixates on Kanye West's alleged violence. Tension's about to erupt. Let's dive into it.
I also like Elon Musk, and I'm very grateful to him for having gone to Israel right after the October 7th attacks, being escorted by the Prime Minister of Israel himself, Benjamin Netanyahu, to see the women that were raped, that were beheaded, families that were burnt alive. I was there 1 week after the attacks as well. But I also agree with you that this is absolutely unacceptable. I saw your tweet, Pierce, and that's why I wanted to come on the show. You know, Zuby, and wait, just a second. Zuby and Myron, you seem like very decent guys. So
Myron, you can respond to it when he's finished talking.
So let me speak. I believe respectfully that this interview will live in shame for the two of you for the duration of your careers. Am I really hearing, first of all, from you, Myron, that he was joking when he said he beats up women? Ha ha, I beat my wife, Bianca, and that's funny? What is funny about beating up a woman? What is funny about threatening violence against a people who in the lifetime of my mother were gassed at a rate of 10,000 a day and turned into ash? This interview, respectfully, will be on your highlight career, living in infamy. It is not funny to murder 1.5 million children. It is not funny to rampage through the Jewish community surrounding Gaza, beheading Jews and non-Jews, including Thai workers with spades. I saw their beheaded bodies. For God's sake, there's real consequences to this hate. There used to be an alliance between the black and Jewish communities, knowing that we were hated for no reason other than the fact that we were different. I ask you, Zuby, you believe in free speech completely? If I'm David Duke and I'm saying, you know, in 1964 in Birmingham, Alabama, we blew up churches, the Klan, and we burned 4 young black girls alive. Let's go do it again. Let's organize it. Sunday, this coming Sunday, 3 o'clock, we're going to burn those black girls alive. And you're going to say, well, he has a right to say it. Give me a break. What you're going to say is that this man is a disgusting, filthy, excuse me, a disgusting, filthy racist. Now, wait, now just a second.
Go for it.
Kanye did not incite violence. He confessed to violence. He said, I beat up women. And Myron, who the heck are you to say that he didn't mean it? Do you have evidence? You mean he's lying and you're telling the truth? We saw what happened with Diddy. And by the way, the only person here with any dignity in this debate is Choke No Joke, who's saying that this is offensive to black men. Do you guys not understand this is feeding every stereotype of black rappers? I love the black community. The greatest American of the 20th century was Martin Luther King, who died so that people could have dignity. But that's not what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that rappers are into using the word B-I-T-C-H-E-S, and Kanye says, I'm a billionaire. And Choke No Joke comes along and says, this is offensive to the stereotypes of black men. And it is. And you guys are frickin' defending this. I want to be clear. I'm sick of anti-Semitism. I'm sick of racism. There are white racists, nationalists who hate black people. Some of them are around President Trump, even though I think he's a great friend of the black community, but he has those voices. We have Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson denies the Holocaust, and yet he's in the president's ear. He denies the Holocaust.
All right,
please, stop defending hatred.
Okay, I want to come to Choke No Joke in a moment, but I think it's only fair and right that I go to both the people you've just spray gunned and get them to respond. So, Myron, your response to Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah, again, I find it incredible that he's over here so critical of Kanye West, right? About, oh, he beats his wife, whatever. Meanwhile, you're walking around with a war criminal that's killed hundreds of thousands of innocent people, bombed them indiscriminately, etc. I find it very interesting that you're so hardcore on Twitter about some tweets that may or may not have been a joke, more than likely a joke. Anyone that has common sense, sarcasm, dark humor, etc., versus you're running around with someone that's literally a war criminal wanted by the ICC that's killed tens of thousands of innocent children, right? And then you're over here calling for censorship. I'm tired of anti-Semitism. I'm tired of racism. People like you are the problem, because here's the thing. Americans are tired of censorship. We're tired of being browbeat into being virtue signaling losers like you, who always sit there and try to rage people and say, oh, you go ahead and you provoke problems with people. I've literally seen you do this. You go up to people, you provoke them, and they tell you off, and then you get mad and you yell anti-Semitism. Quite literally, what I want to hear is this. Rabbi Shmuley, until you can actually call people liars for what they say, no one cares about anti-Semitism anymore. You guys run around, use it for everything. We're tired of it. Stop trying to browbeat us and virtue signal, saying, oh, that's anti-Semitic. How about this? When you can call someone a liar for what they're saying, then we'll start taking you more seriously. Other than that, you're a dildo rabbi.
All right, Zuby, your turn.
Okay. May I respond?
You can reply in a moment. Zuby, to respond to you first. Zuby?
All right, I'm going to keep it calm. I'm going to take the high ground here, because that was a heck of a lot of straw manning going on there, because you know that I did not support what was said. I did not support anything hateful. And I actually very clearly said that I don't support inciting violence. And in fact, that is a clear violation. So you can try to straw man my position, but people can listen to this interview.
You did say that. I heard you very clearly say that.
Freedom of speech means racism. It means anti-Semitism.
It doesn't. Yeah, but the trouble is, Myron, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean you incite violence. That's the line.
Myron, I didn't interrupt you. Myron, let me interrupt you. Myron, let me respond calmly. Myron, let me respond calmly, please. This is speaking over each other doesn't serve the interests of the public, please.
I understand that, but I'm saying,
why don't you finish interrupting me and then I'll speak?
Okay, because you've been yapping the whole time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Myron, thank you. Myron, thank you.
Don't talk over each other, because nobody can hear what anyone's saying.
Okay, Myron, thank you for showing your true colors. You believe that when Jews defend themselves against genocidal acts of violence, that we are the genocidaires. We Jews are never victims. You said that I provoke anti-Semitic attacks. I was recently attacked by someone while I was working on the acceptance speech of one of President Trump's cabinet picks, by the way, it's because he's a friend, did it as a favor, when a crazy Islamist came over and threatened to murder me. It was filmed, it was watched by tens of millions of people. You believe the Jews are never the victims of anti-Semitism. They are the, they are the culprits of anti-Semitism. They're the culprits. We invite anti-Semitism. This is the oldest, you have to let me speak. This is the oldest anti-Semitic trope in the book, that we Jews want to shake down the world for money because we're money obsessed. You are saying exactly what Kanye said. Now, I wouldn't stop you from saying it. You're a Kanye supporter because you agree with his ideology, and I have no problem with you saying it, because you're not calling for me to be whipped. You're not calling for me to be enslaved. So you can say it. You are a Jew hater, and you have a right to be a Jew hater. I agree with, because I'm a free speech absolutist. But Kanye West says, I beat women. His wife was ordered by him to strip naked. You're opposed to pornography, and you support what he did at the Grammys to that poor, abused woman? Let me ask you, Myron, why don't you speak out against what Kanye did to his wife if you hate pornography?
Again, I don't like pornography. I don't support it, right? You don't have to agree with someone 100% to still be able to defend them. Like I said before, there's people that hold views that I dislike, but I'll defend their ability to say it because I have freedom of speech. Whether it's racist, it's anti-Semitic, or whatever else, term people want to use, I believe in freedom of speech, and that means protecting speech that you might not like. Also, you lied. You walked up to Sneeko, you tried to provoke him during the election night, and he ended up embarrassing you. So you do go up and try to instigate arguments with people, and then you call it anti-Semitism when they respond to you.
Okay, let me get a choke, no joke. Hang on. Choke, no jokes, be ready very patiently. Look, you can see how quickly this escalates into a lot of ad hominem attacks. What do you feel?
I would like to say, first, let's I'm sorry. What's your brother? The brother named Marvin? Myron? What's your name?
Myron.
Myron, brother, please. We on the world stage, man. You know, I don't know if you're African American or I see you colored. I don't know if you Black, African American.
What
But
does
brother,
that matter?
please. Because one, we're talking about race.
Idea's not race. Idea's not race.
Hold on, brother. We're talking about race. We're talking about racism here, right? Now, if Piers went on X and said Black people should be hung by trees and whipped, right? Would you not think that we would not have the same feeling that the Jewish community is having right now with Kanye making these types of tweets?
You know what? I wouldn't really care if Pierce said that because I would say it's the freedom of speech. He could say that if he wants. I might not like it, but again,
my question to you is, as Black people, would we be offended as the Jewish community? People would be offended right now.
Here's what I'm trying to say. Your feelings, dude. Nobody cares. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. I don't care how you feel. You need to allow people to say what they want to say. If you don't like it, that's fine.
Okay.
But
here's the problem. Hang on. Here's the problem I have with this. Is that Zuby has very clearly drawn a line, right? Zuby, I know from interview. Hang on. Zuby has always passionately defended free speech, as indeed have I. But like me, he draws a clear line when people are inciting violence. There is no doubt that is what Kanye West was doing. And the only member of the panel who has not denounced that is you, Myron. And I'm baffled why you can't draw a line that is drawn by your own First Amendment.
Again, because I have the common sense to realize that he's not talking about really beating women. It's a joke. He's been making tweets trolling the whole day.
Brother, how do you know it's a joke? How do you know it's a joke?
It's very obvious a joke.
Can I finish my point?
Have you asked him?
Can I finish my point?
Have you asked him if it's a joke?
Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. First of all, brother, listen. Brother, listen. You said, right, that it can be dark humor. You said it's common sense. Everybody don't have common sense. Kanye has fans that will do and follow whatever he does. Right? I've seen his career go from the beginning up to now. I've seen people being influenced by him. I've seen people dress like him. I've seen people talk like him. So if he's influencing these hatred things, talking about he's Yadolf Hitler and influencing his audience to hate Jews, influencing his audience to disrespect women, to influence young Black men to have their women walk around naked. He has that influence, brother. So when you say, oh, it's just common sense, it's just dark humor, you're saying that because you lived a little to learn, to know. The youth, the young Black men, they don't know. Like they thought in hip hop, dudes was really killing and shooting and stuff, and they thought that these people were real gangsters. That birthed the drill music, because when they found out this guy was a wankster, he wasn't real, they had to go and shoot and kill first, then go to the studio. So it has influence, brother. Yeah. And you breaking my heart because I watch you sometimes, and I didn't know that you would be, you're not ignorant, but what you're saying is pure ignorance right now. Everybody know, my Instagram is real choke, no joke, right? I get censored for just telling the truth. Being a strong heterosexual man, and I'm sensitive. What Kanye doing is not freedom of speech, it's hate. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a very interesting point, because a lot of people get suspended for far less than what Kanye said.
All right, let's break this down quick because Myron just cooked them all and they don't even realize they're the main course. First off, the hypocrisy is staggering. Rabbi Shmuley is out here shedding tears over offensive tweets while simultaneously cozying up to the war crime. So Myron's supposed to be outraged over Kanye's edgy humor, but Rabbi gets a free pass to stand beside Netanyahu while civilians are getting bombed? That's rich. If you're talking about violence, let's be consistent, because it's hilarious how they want Kanye canceled for trolling, yet conveniently ignoring actual mass murder. Secondly, this whole speech equals violence argument is trash. Piers and Choke No Joke are acting like Kanye is out here personally recruiting stormtroopers, but when Myron says, hey, let's not censor speech, suddenly he's a bad guy? Choke No Joke admitted that now everyone has common sense, which says more about the audience than the speaker. At what point do we start holding people accountable for their own actions instead of blaming a celebrity's tweet? If someone commits a crime because they took a joke literally, that's dumb. That's a them problem, not a Kanye problem. And lastly, they're allergic to logic. Myron pointed out a simple fact. Rabbi Shmuley makes a career out of provoking people and then playing victim when they respond. And guess what? He twisted Myron's word to make it sound like he was blaming Jews for anti-Semitism. Classic move. When you can't win an argument, just pretend you're under attack. Myron even gave them a chance to engage in real debate, but they just wanted to score woke points instead, expose their double standards, and their only response was to screech about feelings while proving his entire point. It's a masterclass in self-owning. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you made it this far, thanks for supporting my small little page. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.